Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture.
I am going to be making a little bit of a pre-season seasonal banner or garland. Yeah, obviously it's going to be for Halloween, and the star of the show is going to be that ice cream stamp set. And we'll be using the mummy eyeball and the bat eyeball. And so one of my layers is going to be circles and or rosettes. So I'm just showing you how to make a quick little rosette. I will try to remember to link to another video where I made rosettes aplenty. But in the meantime, this is just kind of a quick little how-to. I did not want to put you through the paces on making 3 rosettes in this video. So essentially you just accordion fold. I have 1-inch strips of paper and they are scored at 1/3 of an inch, and you just accordion fold them back and forth all the way down, and then you glue the 2 ends together, and you turn it over and you glue the other 2 ends, and then you push them down in the middle, and then you create your rosette. Some people will do that onto a piece of paper rather than my work surface as I did, but it comes right off of that glass work surface, so I don't feel like I need the paper. But that's really simple on how to do the rosettes. Now I've done all the rest of the die cutting off screen. I have the pennants. Yeah, I have those already die cut. I have some craft colored circles die cut, and then I will also be doing some little red circles as well, but we'll get to that in a minute. You can see that I've also stamped out my images. I wasn't sure if I wanted 2 of the bats and 3 of the mummies or the other way around. So I just went ahead, did 3 of everything, colored them out, and then I do end up fussy cutting them and going along the edges with some vintage photo ink and a finger dauber. And to me, that gets those white edges better than using a pen, because if you use a marker, it can definitely soak into your image and mess up all of your coloring. So here are my mummy eyeballs. I think they look amazing. I always say I'm no colorist, and I fully believe that, but these I'm proud of these, and I think it's okay to say that. And I encourage you to do the same. If you do something that you're really, really pleased with, really proud of, it's okay to say it. It's okay to feel that way, especially if you know that it's something that you typically struggle with. So, but you just saw me doing all the fussy cutting. And here's where I'm showing you I have some white edges still, some inconsistencies in my cutting, and I just come in with that finger dauber and it takes care of those white edges. Now on the bats, I used a marker instead, but I'm much more pleased with the finger dauber. And then you could see that on the bat, I had already put the Nouveau Glaze on the eyeball, and I'm putting it on the eyeballs of all the mummy guys, and then I leave them to dry. I walk away, I leave the room, otherwise I'm going to mess with them, and I come back about an hour and a half, 2 hours later to make sure that they're dry. So here are my pendants and my rosettes and my circles, and I have my eyeballs. Now it's audition time. So I have this piece of jute, excuse me, from my stash, and it is cut at almost 40 inches, not quite. And I found the center, and I just simply taped it down to my work surface with some tape runner. And now I'm continuing to audition all of my pieces. This is where I decide I want to add a layer of red because of the red in the eyeballs. Um, the mummy eyeballs. The bat eyeballs don't have any red, and that was really why I wanted to incorporate the red with them. I think it just makes the black and the beige, or I guess it's craft, the black and the craft pop. So there is that. Now I have glued my eyeballs down to the red layer, and now I'm using my hot glue gun to adhere the rosettes down to the pennants. And then I glue the eyeball disc down to the rosette, and then that one is done. Now, I call this a simple banner because it is relatively simple. Now, you can nix the rosettes, you can nix the circles, you can just put your images straight down on your pennant. You could even just do pennants if you wanted to do that. And you can change up the shape of your pennants if you wanted to do that. It's really simple. Now, as I start to adhere each pennant to the jute, keep in mind that I just hot glue mine. I put the hot glue, in some cases I put it on the twine, and then I put the pennant down in the hot glue, and other times I put the hot glue onto the pennant directly and then adhere that to the twine. There's no right or wrong. But what you can do if you wanted to is poke a hole in each corner of each pennant, and then you can thread your jute through or your twine through versus adhering it to the twine itself. Again, no right or wrong. You could use an awl to do that. You could use a hole punch, which I think is probably the best route and the route that makes most sense and what I would have done and actually started to do. But I decided that I did not want to do that because they tend to move around and I didn't want them to. So this is a little bit more permanent way of adhering them down, but I'm really happy with it. And there it is. I wish you guys could see this in person. Now, my photos aren't great. My room is still in the process of being moved from one space to another. And this was the best I could get you today. Hopefully, I can maybe get better photos at another time, but this is what it looks like. And I think it's so much fun. Now, you can make this for any season. You can change up your colors, you can change up your images, and you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can make it yours.
And I always encourage you to do just that. Whatever it is you're making, make it yours. And I thank you guys for spending time with me. Thank you for being patient with me as I muddle through with this, whatever illness it is that I have. I appreciate you so much for spending time with me. I will try to have everything linked and listed downstairs for your convenience. If I've missed anything, please let me know. If you have any questions, obviously drop me a comment and I will engage with you down there. If you are not already a member of my crafty tribe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you back here. For those of you who have been with me for a while, thank you. I love you guys. And until next time, this is Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Mwah! I'm out.